That's Rod's grocery, the big large grocery store in Church Point.
Correct.
This is his son Al, and they live in Church Point, and that's twin grandkids of his. That's his wife holding one, and the husband, the daddy holding one, and the mama in the background right there. What a beautiful, and those two kids entertained us. They were sitting in the next, but not from making a lot of noise. Right. They just had eye contact with us. And they just made 1 year old the week before. How about that?
And that's Préjean?
That's Préjean with the band, and that's Mr. Nolan Cormier in the middle with the squeeze box.
There you go.
And three gentlemen that watched the Bobby Dupre show, and we want to say thanks. And this particular gentleman here is, let's see, I have it, there's the note right here. He is Tucker Shields. He was sitting in the next table, and he was kind of watching me doing my breaking of the ice with Al, and then there was two ladies from the Karen Crow area. They watched the program, and you know I didn't get their names or a picture. I apologize, ladies. And this is Tucker Shields. He's from Virginia. He's here on a search for his family background. And you know who he was meeting Sunday morning in Opelousas?
Who's that?
None other than Miss Estelle Perrault.
She's the expert,
That's
the
what
head
I told
of
him.
St. Landry,
I said, if she can't help you, she'll send you to those that can. And I said, you need to see Mr. Fontenot at the clerk of court's office. He says, I've already been told that, and I plan on seeing him if possible. And of course, Miss Estelle Perrault's two famous students were Al Richard with Al Richard Pharmacy on West Landry Street, and
Cottage.
Yours truly, Bobby Dupre. Miss Estelle, we didn't give you any problems, did we?
He must have paid more attention in chemistry than you.
Well, he ended up majoring in. That's right. He's a chemist. He's a pharmacist.
Welcome back, KSLO.
And good morning to you, Tucker.
We got a rule.
And then this is we got 11 minutes left.
Let's go.
This is the Varsity Grill. This was Monday, having lunch, and the gentleman on the right is the papa of this little foursome here, J.L. Pete. Good morning, cuz. And his daughter next to him is Millie. And the next,
on the left,
all the way on the left is J.L.'s granddaughter, Chelsea, and then the baby being held is Brooklyn LaChapelle, and great-granddaughter, 4 generations, and of course, Ramp also, and I also met briefly with Glenn Cortez and his 2 sons. We also visited briefly with Paula Mills and Mike's wife, and of course Paula is with LAC Group. Correct. And she does a lot of promotion work for them. And getting back to JL, JL and I are kin, and we claim each other also.
I don't talk to Glenn Cortez in Opelousas, only at Acme Oyster Bar in New Orleans. I think it's funny that most time we run into each other, we eating somewhere in New Orleans.
I had not seen him. His 2 boys look real good. Very nice and polite young men, by the way. But then look at their mama, Miss Joanne. That's correct. They come from a good.
And this is an event I missed out on because I had to work for a living, but you got to go down to Palmetto, Louisiana for the unveiling of Chef Paul Prudhomme's new place.
You better believe
it's a sausage and andouille plant down there in Palmetto.
And I want to say that the front of the building is very impressive, but when you walk into the processing plant itself, I mean, it's the high-tech, beautiful. I have no pictures of it to show you right now.
There's our parish.
Just take it from me.
Parish tax assessor right there, Ron Dupre,
yes,
the first photo.
And another friend, another employee of the.
He was measuring the building?
No, he wasn't measuring, but he was visiting. A long-time friend. We were very close.
All went to school together.
Paul Prudhomme. We all grew up and went to school together. And I might add that Ryan is a member of the 200-year celebration that's taking place. And on Monday, a big celebration took place in the House of Representatives chambers. And Paul Prudhomme was not only honored as a legend of Louisiana, but he was called upon to give a short talk. Can you imagine? From little old Opelousas.
From stirring the pot while Mama held him up next to the stove
Yep.
to speaking in the state legislature.
That's
And worldwide
saying
famous
something.
as a chef.
That's correct. And then, of course, that same day,
Right.
Chubby Carrier, my longtime friend, and I have a picture of he and his first band he put together, and I cherish that, Chubby, and I have it signed by you. You signed it. You probably forgot that. Now you charge me probably to do that. But Ryan also, we met Miss Celeste Gomez, who's our San Antonio Parish Director of Tourism. And he praised Celeste while they were at this function Monday. She cooked up, skillfully cooked up a crawfish etouffee and explained it at the same time in such a manner, he said that she needs to be on one of these cooking shows.
There you go. Well, maybe we'll get on What's Cooking here
What's
as
cooking
an assistant
right here.
chef
There
or
you
a guest
go.
chef.
There you go. So
and-
anyhow, and then of course, hopefully there's a picture with his wife Lori.
Well,
I love her.
I'm gonna
She
get to him.
really-
We got a picture of Hadley Castile and his lovely granddaughter Sarah Jade, and the famous guitar player Judge Bobby Brinkman.
Retired judge.
That's correct. And there's Chef Paul, and then there he is hugging his beautiful wife Lori over there in Palmetto. And of course, we got Steve from over here at the TV station,
Yep.
and Freddie Herpin with the Daily World. And then there's Lori again with Chef Paul.
And the gentleman on the right is with the Louisiana Rural Development Association. And
Correct, because they were involved to get these jobs in a rural area like Palmetto. You know,
That's
small
correct.
town.
That's that, and they're starting with 13, and they hope to be with 20 employees very shortly. And there's a point that he made that the people need to know about Paul Prudhomme. When his firm, the place that they manufactured that replaced this building here replaced. When the fire took place, there were 13 employees. He kept their payroll coming during that whole time.
For years.
What a man, for years. And anyhow, good jobs. And Paul, we love you. And I might add that there's also a picture of my friend's wife, Miss Rosemary Patterson. Jimmy the Greek, we call him the Greek, Patterson. From Bossier City. She was part of the committee also.
I'm going to kick to some sponsors and we're going to get back to the rest of the photos. We got Steamboat Warehouse. Get mama away from the smell of her own cooking. Go down to Washington, Louisiana. The beautiful Steamboat Warehouse was in Steamboat Warehouse built in the 1850s with beautiful cypress, great ambiance, sitting right on beautiful Bayou Catawba with a nice wharf for you to sit out on and enjoy an adult libation. And great steaks, great seafood, all fresh. Chef owner Jason Huguet will give you a great evening. And Targill Butcher Supplies, cake baking supplies, and seasoning. Don't forget about the seasoning. They do all sorts of powdered seasoning, can do your own mixture or any of the parts that you want to buy to do your own mixing, maybe even at home. They've also got all the things if you're a kitchen within a restaurant or within a grocery store. They can provide you with all those different things from cutlery and all. And if you're just a guy at home that likes to cook or you're a caterer around, go by Targill here in Opelousas, also at targill.com. Now let's kick back to the photos.
Okay.
To finish them up. And we've got Chef Marty Cosgrove from here in Opelousas, who's one of the right-hand men for Chef Paul Prudhomme.
Yes, does the promotion work for him.
And great guy, love Marty to death. And here are some of the guys that work, some of the chefs from Cape
Paul
Paul's.
Miller, at the furthest end,
The beard.
with the beard, yep. And he says, "You probably knew my daddy, Mr. Bobby." I said, "Who's your daddy? Who was your daddy?" He said, "Huey." I said, "You better believe it. He was in the air conditioning repair service business." He said, "You know my dad." I said, "He took care of a lot of places around town, commercial."
And there's a nice
and
big
that's
sign.
the sign on the front of the building.
And
This is the other surviving brother of the 13 members of the Paul Prudhomme family roots, and that's his older brother, Mr. Eli
on the right.
Prudhomme. What a man! And his son Aaron, who has eyesight situations, problems.
And I saw a nice note in the paper. They interviewed Miss Johnny Mae Tesano with a little beauty shop right there in Palmetto, Louisiana. Good, close family friend. She was a Edwards, and the Edwards family and my family, close friends. Good morning, Miss Johnny Mae. And I see you're going inside. That's the high sheriff with a hairnet to go and tour the facility?
Tour the facility.
Go
That's
ahead,
right.
Sheriff.
It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's clean. They had just water, and you see that in the cut in the middle. That's the drain. Everything drains,
sure
and the
everything can be
whole
cleaned
building
top to
is
bottom.
cleaned out every time they get through
excellent.
using it.
And then we've got, this is Alex Box Stadium in Baton Rouge, the LSU Tulane game.
That
this
is
week.
correct. And this gentleman walks up to me. He says, I think I know who you are. He says, I watch you every week on television. I said, well, that's very possible. He says, I'm John Dare from Ville Platte, Louisiana. We got to talking, and his brother-in-law is none other than Mr. Floyd Darby.
Cool. Go ahead,
He
Mr.
fought,
Floyd.
John fought Dan York from Opelousas, who was real tough.
Really good fighter.
And so did brother-in-law. And John didn't know
Ross fought?
that Floyd fought him, I think, 3 fights. And I don't want to give the results right now. I got to recharge my. But it was a tough fight. I saw one of them myself. When Dan walked into the ring, he put up his uncle's belt that he had earned in the Army, and he got killed in the Second World War. It was very touching, boy. The hair on your. I didn't have hair then. I was too young.
No hair on your arms.
I was a young kid brought there by my brother John when John was doing some teaching work at Sunset, maybe practice teaching.
Mr. Floyd Darby today could fight. And I want to wish him good morning, and Mr. Donald Mesh, too. We had a nice little crawfish boil last week.
And
Excellent, David Mesh.
I had other
The
plans
whole
I
crowd.
had to go to. Thanks,
It
Mr.
was great.
Donald.
Here we are back at the Tulane game. That's the Whistler.
That's the Whistler. Good morning to you, Mr. Whistler. I didn't even ask his name because he's not known by name around there.
If you go to the game or watch it on TV, you'll hear this guy whistle real loud every so often. That's the guy.
And everybody loves him. Good morning to you.
One last photo.
And then that's our last photo.
That's
and,
the last one.
This is Will on the right, and the two beautiful girls is Kelsey in the middle. Kelsey and Will are from Morgan City, Louisiana. To all our friends in Morgan City, good morning to you. And way over there, the little blonde is none other than my daughter, Megan Andre Dupre.
There you go.
And those three are all students at Tulane.
We took care of our photos. We already took care of our obituaries. This Saturday is Free Comic Book Day. I bring it up every year. If you go to Acadiana Comics in Lafayette, you can get a free comic book. Any child can get a free comic book. They got boys comics, girls comics, or something in between. Go by, have a good time, get a free comic, bring your grandkids.
I want to congratulate Jacob Robertson, who is the guest service supervisor over at Evangeline Downs Hotel. Mr. Jim Bervin, if you're watching the program, this young man is an outstanding young worker and is going to go places in the hotel industry, what they call it, hospitality business.
That's right.
And of course, Casey is doing a great job also promoting the facility. And you have one more
How about this? I got the little theaters having auditions for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs this Friday, May 4th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. over at the little theater next to Donald Gardner Stadium. And on Sunday, May 6th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. They want all ages, all levels of stage experience. Go by. You can be about anything you want, from a dwarf to Snow White herself. Go by.
Taste and see the goodness of the Lord. This is the prayer that's in the Morning Advocate every Saturday. And this week, the smell of freshly cut grass, the taste of a juicy tomato fresh from the garden, and the feel of walking in bare feet along a sandy beach are always to taste and see the goodness of the Lord. Isn't that what it's really all about? Appreciate God and be thankful for a world full of awesome splendors and experiences. Thanks, Andrew, for helping.
Thank you.
And thanks for viewing the program.
And thanks, Steve, for the oranges again today.
Oh, yeah. It is. Boy, they're really providing. God is providing us
That's
food
right.
for the table.
Take care.
Take care.